Good evening, humans. TyrannosaurusMoth here, and tonight we're taking a look at the Power Rangers Lightning Collection Dino Thunder Yellow Ranger figure from Hasbro. We finally have the core team together, and we're actually only one Ranger away from having the whole team, and yeah, this is just continuing very, very well. So let's take a look at this figure. Let's do this. Aesthetically speaking, Dino Thunder Yellow looks fantastic, and honestly, this the Dino Thunder team in particular, I think, has just gotten a really good run here in the Lightning Collection, and they've just kind of nailed a lot of things to the point where I really hope they go back and redo red and white just to fix the necks, because the team as a whole really does look great and could look basically perfect. It's speaking to Dino Thunder Yellow, like very crisp paint on mine, certainly all around. Let's see if I get the focus, pardon me. So as you can see, a great shade of gold, especially the neck piece really kind of shines through there, literally and figuratively. The emblem on the chest is pretty much perfect. You know, we don't get the paint on the morpher itself, which is a little sad, but also we're unfortunately missing the back of the gloves. They've kind of been off and on that one, you know, and I get it, budgets and stuff like that. But overall, I mean, these are easily painted in. Like, you can definitely get a flat white that looks right, and everything else just looks spot on. Just again, the diamonds are nice and clean, and yeah, the proportions are great. And I think I said this with the Dino Charge Pink figure, where once they got to realize that, oh, we can do you know, bicep swivel and double jointed elbows on female figures, all of a sudden the arms actually look like a human's arms. So the proportions overall just look like an actual person in a suit, and that is just what it should be. And you know, it's great to see, and I've loved to see that here. So really a great looking figure overall. When it comes to accessories, we get our standard Lightning Collection loadout, which is definitely not a bad thing. So we're actually going to start off with our civilian head, and we get a very nice likeness of actress Emma LaHunt, who played Kira Ford on the show. Pardon the lack of focus here. Let me try and get, there we go. So especially the hair, just a very, very nice sculpt. I think could have been, you know, brought to life a little bit more with a little bit of a wash, but that's pretty much easy enough to do. And a lot of the civilian heads have not had a wash, so you know, definitely not to be expected. So then we move on to hands, and right out of the box, we get these nice kind of like gripping / clawed hands. So very nice combination and effective use with vertical hinges as well, which definitely makes me happy. Then we get a right chopping hand. And again, with all these hands, we do not have the back of the gloves painted. I think red is the only one that we've gotten so far with that detail, and you know, in the Lightning Collection in general, we've not been seeing that on gloves. And then our left hand, we have kind of a posed 4 fingers out with the thumb retracted, and you know, very cool looking hand, great for various poses. Then we get the blaster, done really well, again, just like before. So our silver base with the red, blue, and black paint, nice details all around. Then we get an effect piece for that blaster, beautiful teal, great translucency, and you can see there's a kind of rectangular port there, and that just plugs in right there, and we've got that going on, so that looks great. And then finally, of course, we have her daggers with some great detailing. I really like the glossy black they added here on the handle. I mean, obviously all the details are not painted in, but what we do have is very nice. So that is accessories. Articulation, balance here are beautiful. As you can see, Kira here can hold the freestanding kick, no problem. I have nothing propping her up right now, so just beautiful. This literally took 2 seconds to get into. Just great. I love seeing that. So as you can see, some great range. Our head, we are on a ball hinge, and as you can see, we can bury the chin. We can look all the way up because we got nice clearance here on the neck, which has been fantastic. We get butterfly joints, very generous here too. So as you can see, some great range. Hinge and swivel at the wrist coming into our Y. We get bicep swivel. We get double jointed elbows folding completely in half. We get hinge and swivel at the wrist, vertical on these hands, horizontal for everything else. Then we get our ball joint at the diaphragm, so we're coming all the way around there. We combine that with a kind of ab crunch at the waist, so we're getting about that far forward, and great arch back. We are also getting a rotation from that ball joint in the diaphragm. For our hips, no drop downs, but we are getting complete splits. They've sculpted it just perfectly, so that's great. Then we have thigh swivel, double jointed knees, bringing us to there.
we get boot swivel, we get perfect point, we get a little bit forward, and then of course that Hasbro rocker. So that's articulation.
Getting into size comparisons, here she is with the rest of Dino Thunder so far, with some other Hasbro and some Mattel, with some imports, with some monsters, finally with an articulated Icons Oni and yours truly in human form as Valverse Action Force figure. So my final thoughts on the Power Rangers Lightning Collection Dino Thunder Yellow Ranger figure is that this is a fantastic figure. Again, Dino Thunder is easily one of my favorite Power Ranger seasons of all time, and I'm just so happy to have almost the entire team here now. And I'm honestly glad they waited to do Kira until they finally fixed the articulation with the female Rangers, because this is so much more fun to pose and just, really does the Rangers justice in general. So very happy to see that. I am kind of hoping at this point that they do honestly go back and do Dino Thunder Red and White, just so we can get the extended necks. But beyond that, I could not be happier to have this team together. So yeah, fully recommend this, especially if you are a Power Rangers fan, if you're a Dino Thunder fan, etc. So definitely pick this up. I'll have links in the description below so you can pick yours up if you are interested. And all of that being said, I hope you found this review informative and somewhat entertaining. If you did, please consider liking, commenting, subscribing, all that good stuff. I am here multiple times a week on YouTube with reviews of various Toku dinosaurs, monsters, and pro wrestling figures, as well as vlogs, etc. So yeah, please join me. I hope to see you here. And with all of that being said, I hope you take care of yourself, take care of those around you, and most importantly, stay weird, simians.